I clapped around 124, and it looks great. It's a beautiful clap.
I do what I want when I want to.
So I think the scene is after we kidnap or capture this rope dude. Valen turns to Sylas and Quitana and says, "You know what, Sylas? I appreciate that you still look like a pirate butler, but I think the two of you need a little bit more color in your attire, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to take you both shopping. I think that we all need to rock a little bit of Carib's charm in our outfit. It would be good to get some color into those drab wardrobes."
Oh, they have an armorer here?
They have a tabardist.
A what?
Well, I, for one, am excited to try out the local fashion.
Absolutely. Germán, is there anywhere where we can go to get
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So there is the equivalent to a mall in the middle of town. It's not as much a mall as it is kind of like an old amphitheater that is all the steps have been like widened out, so it's like a long flat step. There's about there's like 3 levels of those. 3 levels of like shops with like an empty step in the middle for people to hang out and do stuff and like eat ice cream or whatever. And you can find there's many sellers. Actually, you know what? This could also be a magic shop. Let me see. Let me roll for it. 1 second. I like the idea of having a jeweler and a wondrous item salesperson here. So you have money.
We do.
Oh shit! By the way, this is perfect pregame stuff. Grandma gave you each a red envelope.
Ooh. What's in the envelope?
A bunch of the precious gem sand that you guys use as currency here in Carib.
So it's envelopes full of money.
Yes, it's the equivalent of 300 credits each.
Ooh.
Isn't that a New Year's tradition for one culture?
Ah, yeah, Chinese people do that for Chinese New Year, yeah.
I was gonna say, give me that. I'm down for that red envelope.
I just feel like grandmas do that in one way or another. They sneak money into your pocket. Like you found the envelopes like somewhere in your persons without realizing it was there. Snuck it in.
Thanks, Grandma.
That's cute.
That's very kind of her, yes.
Thank you very kindly. How much is it?
300 credits.
300 credits.
300? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Man, I'm wondering
but yeah, you can buy fine clothing. Let me know when you want to go get fitted and what options there are. You can buy fine clothing, fine Caribe clothing, or there is a magical shop with magically enhanced what's the word I'm looking for? Threads. And then there's a jeweler also with some magical items.
Well, first things first. And I immediately try on 15 different outfits and come out of the dressing room each time with looking for approval or disapproval from Quitana and Valen.
I'm extremely confused. I have tried on several outfits and none of these protect better than my natural armor, so I do not understand the purpose of this.
So, for men, most of the things that you see as being sold as luxury clothing, it's a lot of, like, those old man fedora hats made out of, like, the finest material you have ever, like, had in your head. And it's, like, sweat absorbent, and they're gorgeous. They're embellished with, like, a ribbon around the top of the hat that just, like, looks luscious. They also have a lot of Tommy Bahama shirts, and you know those like spa suits that are kind of like fine linen, and that are very breezy and very breathable. Also plenty of those, and capri pants. A lot of capri pants for men. Women, you just get long skirts and blouses. They're like, yeah, that's all you get.
So, you said that there is magical clothing here too, which means that I spend entirely too long looking for a magical fedora to give to Quitana that can be thrown as a weapon.
Oh, okay, yes. No, that makes sense. I would like that.
I think I will definitely get some capri pants. If they have a fedora with holes in it for my horns, I will get that. And I will also get a native linen shirt with maybe some like embroidery. And I think I would like to get something like something that maybe matches the linen shirt in the form of a breastplate. And I think Carib fashion has to do a lot with like, you know, birds of paradise and stuff. So I will get one that has like maybe something that looks kind of like a dream catcher on the front of it, with this like with the same color design as the blue disc that I got from Grandma, and then like hanging off of it are these like dark feathers, and kind of like embroidering the sides of it, and the outside of it are also like feathers kind of going off of it, almost like horns.
Quitana keeps finding cute things and being like, oh, but does this come in flat, stale gray?
Actually, you find a very accommodating store for you. Think of it as let me find a way that doesn't sound. No, nothing will not sound bad. It's the Rainbow of. You guys know Rainbow, right?
Yes.
Oh, Rainbow the store. Okay,
yes. Yeah. It's the Rainbow of Carib, and in there.
For those not in New York, it's kind of trendy fashion with a definite like queer flavor.
A lot of drag queen shop there.
Yep.
And a lot of my aunts for some reason.
Because a woman who lives out loud, is she really that much different from a drag queen?
Take that as you may. But yeah, you at the local Rainbow, they gear
actually,
you up.
I'll change what I said. I will get something with like a lot of rings, and I'm gonna post a picture in the Discord. But it's like it's almost like a upper chest piece that goes around the neck like a collar, almost in the way that like a cape might. And then there's like rings coming off of it. There's still that same Dreamcatcher design and same like feathers coming off of it, but this thing also like covers some of the shoulder, and it includes some armbands, and I'll post a picture now. But instead of it being like gold, it's like dark silver and black materials.
I think Sylas ends up with generally like linens and stuff, but it's in the colors of blue that mirrors the island. The island is called Argent, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And on my like lapel, I'll either have like custom embroidered, or just see if they have something with it, with like the logo of the island, or the image that is on the little discs, because I want to like show off that I am the bodyguard of Valen. So I'm not completely going in Carib style and like keeping, say, like my cape and just a little bit of a nod to being from not here, but also just sort of trying to signify the like why I'm here, and that I'm part of Valen's entourage, since we are doing a vaguely political campaign section. Gotta keep the cape though.
I would just pick something like a hat, but like you know those hats where like it's sort of a sun hat, but like old guys wear them and they have that strap to keep it on, and they're kind of ugly, but like
those old-timey military hats?
Yeah, kind of. Like it's not cute, but it's very effective at like keeping sun off. Like that's what Quitana would pick. She's gonna go for the utilitarian option.
Okay. And after you're done,
and slate gray again, like.
Of course. Like I said, the people over at the Rainbow, they have a section called conservative and stern, which is mostly for the older women in the town, and it's all like, you know, those Amish skirts.
Yep.
It's just a bunch of Amish skirts and efficient tops.
Yeah, efficient is exactly the word that Quitana's going for.
Efficient and resilient. They guarantee resilience with every purchase.
You know what? I think Sylas is getting into the like piratey aspect of the fashion and has just a ridiculously deep V. for this arc.
I love it.
So, Pavel, now that we're all decked out, and I guess Germán let us know if we have to, like, pay for the stuff out of the money you just gave us. But Pavel, my question to you as our resident artist, how do you feel that you just put an expiration date on all of the artwork you've been working on? Because we just changed our outfits.
I love it. I hate when artists and content that I consume has people wearing the same clothes throughout
Into
the
eternity.
entire show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually very sweet of you. Here I was trying to go for ribbing, and you just like, no, I'm standing by it.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful.
That was actually, that preference of mine was the impetus for this entire thing.
Aw.
Impetus, huh? Using SAT words, I see.
GRE, but yes.
The impeti.
I just spent 400 credits on a fucking breastplate, so I feel particularly poor and sad.
How much?
By the way, there's the jewelers, the magical jewelers. They offer you a ring of swimming and a ring of featherfall. Each.
Ooh.
By the way, each magical item that you're gonna encounter today is worth 500 credits. So that's what's over at the jewelers.
How much was my hat worth?
So things that are not magical are on the house.
Okay.
Grandma left that. Just put it on Grandma's tab.
Okay.
She won't pay it, but you know she has a tab.
Sure.
Okay. How do we feel about that ring of swimming?
I can't afford it.
As
Also, the magic threads, which is the magical wonders item shop, they have a backpack, they have a belt, and they have boots at the moment available. So the boots are boots of elven kind. They have a belt of giant strength. Not hill giant. Hold on. That's the big one.
no, belt. You got that right. Belt of Hell Giant Strength.
500 gold?
Yeah.
No, that's not the one. Where's the one that's 19?
I would
Hold
like
on,
to
one
return my breastplate and get that, please. Thank you.
second. One second.
Right? I was just thinking I could throw this
I could
mic,
throw my ship.
this custom mic that Germán gave me just into the garbage and swing off of strength now.
No, it's just a belt of capybara strength that brings you to 19. And the backpack is a balloon pack, one of my favorite uncommon items. This backpack contains a spirit of air elemental and a compact leather balloon. When you're wearing the backpack, you can deploy the balloon as an action and gain the effect of the levitate spell for 10 minutes, targeting yourself and requiring no concentration. Alternatively, you can use a reaction to deploy the balloon when you're falling and gain the effect of a featherfall spell on yourself.
And the rings, you said swimming and featherfall?
Yeah.
Now, my good shopkeep here, I just wanted to inquire as to your FAFSN credit conversion rate.
1 for 1.
How convenient and easy.
As someone wearing heavy armor, either the Featherfall or the Ring of Swimming sound useful for me.
I was thinking of taking the Ring of Swimming, but honestly, Quitana,
I mean, I could grab.
You're wearing heavy armor, you should have it.
I mean, they both are similarly useful to me, so I'm not super picky between them if you wanted the swimming ring.
It's just that I've never been in water higher than waist high before, and I was kind of a little worried because I know that it could be bad, but I think I'll manage. I'd rather you have it and know that you're not gonna risk being weighed down by your armor and if you fall in the water somewhere.
Okay, I'll take that. I got the coins for it.
Does the Ring of Featherfall let you affect your party, or is it just the person wearing it?
Let me look at that real quick.
Mon's dangling magic items. Now I want all of them.
Yeah.
It's just personal. It just covers you. You don't have to do anything. It's always on.
It's one of those things that isn't useful until it's useful, and then it's life-savingly useful. Yeah, I guess I'll grab. Yeah, I was thinking about maybe grabbing the backpack instead, but I guess I'll grab the Ring of Featherfall. And just if we find other stuff later, or if people get Featherfall later, we can always hawk it or something. But it just seems like something we should have on us just in case.
Yeah.
I'll grab Ring of Swimming, so that's 500.
All right. A wardrobe change enacted.
And Pavel, that means that you can get the Belt of Capybara Strength and change your entire build.
Absolutely not. Thank you, though.
What the Ring of Swimming does, by the way, Quitana, is that it gives you a
40-foot swimming
40.
speed.
Yeah.
Yes. Even with my armor.
You're a better swimmer than you are a walker now.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm just getting a breastplate and bumping my AC to 18.
Mine's also 18, but it's because I'm using a shield.
Well, it's okay. I'll just be the squishy one. Great.
The squishy one who likes to go grapple people, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
A very brave
Yeah, that was a
squishy.
very bold move.
I still can't believe that we just now, before this episode started recording, remembered that we literally have a technological power that can summon a hand and do the grappling for us. But nope, I had to jump off and
A hand with how
use
much
my
strength?
weak little arms.
How much strength does the hand have?
The hand,
Mm-hmm.
like, good. It's
25.
Bigsby's hand. Yeah, it's something like a
It's 25.
huge DC. 25?
It's
Mhm.
25. It's a +8.
Okay, so it is literally more than double my strength. Things to learn for next time.
Pavel, do you have a shield?
I do have a shield. Remember, I drop it from time to time when I need to use two
Oh,
hands
right,
to
yeah,
attack.
that's true, that's true.
Yes, he has a shield, he just doesn't know how to use it.
he's always Captain America, Americaning that shield.
100%. I do not need my shield on my turn. I need it on on my enemy's turns.
Ooh, you should get a returning shield.
Oh my-
You can literally be Captain America.
Can you do that? Is that a thing?
It's possible. There's ways to make things returning.
There's also the animated shield that just like have and it like floats around you and protects you, so it doesn't take a hand.
Interesting.
Okay, I have 200 credits to pitch in towards Valen's Magic Shield Fund. Let's keep working on this.
Amazing. I love it.
I kind of love how this time around you're not being Batman, you're being Captain America. Needs Jack Sparrow, and I'm into it.
See, Pavel has range.
I have so much range. All right, now let's start the episode.
Oh no, that seems overrated.
Fair enough.
Welcome back! Hello! Hallelujah, we're here! Yay!
Yay!
And we are technically on time.
Well,
Kind of.
That's a relative word.
We are experiencing a time, so sure.
and everyone
though-
else is also experiencing some time.
Yeah.
We are in the timelines. That's something, right?
And we're definitely not starting our recording late because our DM missed his bus because he was out with a gentleman caller.
I mean, quite frankly, there's probably a timeline in which we are on time, so yeah.
That seems unlikely.
In all the multiverse, not once.
Do you recall Doctor Strange in this one?
Yeah, Doctor Strange points at us, but he won't tell us when we're going to be on time or it won't happen.
Each multiverse needs an anchor, and that anchor is Germán being perpetually late.
Indeed. Also today I was a little late because of sushi. I was walking by there's like this very cute grocery store near the where my shuttle stops. And they had the most beautiful spicy tuna roll on the display, and I bought it. It's a mistake. Never buy fucking sushi out of a grocery store. It's gross.
Yeah, anyone could have told you that.
Still learning life lessons every day.
I've had sushi out of a QFC that's been pretty good, but that's a like rich white suburban grocery store, so.
Well, I'm Shane, and I play Sylas. If we ever stop going on tangents and actually play our game.
I don't know if that's in the multiverse.
I'm Germán, your DM who's regretting the sushi he just ate.
I'm Rick. I'm the voice of Quitana, and I'm definitely not farming materials for Ayaka in Genshin Impact right now.
I'm Valen, and I was voiced by Pavel, and I am still looking at magic items forever.
Oh yeah, now that we have magic items dangled in front of us, there's no longer playing D&D, just
Shopping.
yeah, 100% shopping.
All right.
Guys, do you remember when we used to play D&D? Because I don't,
No.
and I
I
definitely
do
need
actually.
a refresher
I do.
of
So
what happened.
What happened last game was that Sylas was a very, very brave boy. So brave, he jumped into the middle of the air to grapple a floating mist monster person assassin, and succeeded at it. And then they knocked him out, woke him up. The kid started being strangled by his own rope.
Horrifying. Truly horrifying.
I mean, if we put it on a scale of things that I've done, like we mentioned before,
Please.
it's probably like in a 4.
Yeah,
Please no.
no, it's not that
Yeah.
bad.
Fair. Yeah, no. It's horrifying by Sylas standards, but by just having played with Germán before standards, like, okay, yeah, it's a 4.
But you managed to get some information out of this assassin before he got strangled. Pretty much, you found out that he was here for 2 things. One was getting, well, you didn't learn this from him, but from Grandma. He was here to get Grandma's disc of power, and he was also here to sabotage your float.
Argent's float, yeah.
Then after that, Grandma came over, she took you back to her camp, she gave you the real disc, and she gave Sylas a bunch of sugar.
Yeah. And now we have lovely new clothing and no plan?
Not plan yet, but Bertha, one of Grandmama's old colleagues, is offering you a charm as a good luck farewell present to make sure you are safe in your travels and you have a little ace in your hole, or a little toad in the hole. I forget what
Ace in the hole.
Bertha, aka Crazy Tracy.
Real quick, does everybody want to talk about what we got from Bertha, since we each picked a trinket we can use?
Quitana has selected the charm of Counterspell, so that she can better deny the agents of chaos their wicked ways.
Wait, aren't you guys the agents of chaos?
No.
Yeah, I was-
No. We are not agents of chaos. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say, like, so you can deny Germán his glory and everything, but actually I feel like it's just as likely you use it to counterspell Valen.
If
Yeah.
that's what the situation calls for in order to promote order, then yeah.
Valen got Crazy Tracy's secret, which is when you are first reduced to 0 hit points, you immediately recover 28 or 8d6 hit points.
Incredible. I went with Charm of Vitality, which essentially is a potion of vitality. I thought we should all have different stuff. It does a variety of things to help you recover from bad stuff other than, like, straight up HP. Although it sort of gets to straight up HP. We'll worry about it the next time I'm poisoned or sick, apparently.
I was gonna say, when one of your main enemies in this adventure cycle is a blue ring octopus, you should be prepared to be poisoned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
You know, I hadn't even thought about the octopus trident, but thank you for reminding me, because, yep, I am definitely getting grappled by them.
Mm-hmm.
The specificity of the blue ringed octopus has me a little concerned.
Well, you know, I think a lot about the animal species that I use on my what is the word I'm looking for? Anthropomorphic enemies.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, the fact that he is a blue ring matters. Also, the same thing with Tiburcia being a nurse shark also matters a lot.
Disgusting.
Wonderful.
Also means that we should start practicing blind fighting now, because there is a 100% chance that octopus has an ink attack.
Oh,
Yep.
don't you worry, baby. I am so prepared.
Well, as long as you are prepared, I can just command you to attack for me, so it's fine.
Well, blue ring octopi or octopuses have a deadly poison that if humans are affected by, like, it's an insta kill.
Yeah, blue ring octopuses are like fucked up.
Wait.
Only humans, though, is the thing.
Or
So-
medium-sized humanoids, I guess. That's a better way
Katana,
to
you and I
put
are
it.
good. No, canon confirmed. We're good.
So my question is, how is my potion of vitality going to cure them of the disease if they have already died of it through an instant kill poison? Like,
Well, in D&D terms, I guess it will take some time, like a few rounds before it takes effect. But in the real world, 12 seconds are nothing.
Yeah.
In D&D, 12 seconds are enough to cast a spell to save your friend.
Allegedly.
well, speaking of saving our friends, now that we're all dressed up, I feel like we should have somewhere to go. Did anybody have any ideas on how to track where this assassin came from?
Well, probably it's wherever Tiburcio is.
I mean, normally, back in the Inquisition, what we would do is just select someone and take them back for some rounds of questioning, and eventually they would give us a lead. But I feel like Valen is going to protest that.
No, I'm all for it, except we don't really have anybody to bring back.
Oh no, you just select random people and you
I am against this.
encourage them to speak freely.
Fully against this. Mhm.
But see, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you nailed it.
So each island has a disc for its leader. Are the discs connected to the parade? Like, does the best float get to claim everybody else's discs and be the king of the pirates or
That
something?
seems unlikely.
Oh, by the way, Valen knows that the parades are just an excuse for everyone to get together and kind of be in a neutral, peaceful environment once a year, and to drink themselves stupid.
I say that.
Oh, so somebody's going to try to murder all the leaders.
But they do name two royalty every year, and they also have the best float gains a lot of respect and gets a lot of contracts. Everyone wants to do business with the island whose float wins. So it's a big economical thing. It's like a big show of power to see who has the most resources and who deserves the most trade goods at the end of the year.
We have to make sure that we win.
Okay, but that seems like it is not, it's related to your quest to become Kei Kasike, but not necessarily. Just having the best float won't accomplish that necessarily.
Well, I think it's the first step in that process, because beyond just being the Kei Kasike is an honorific, right? It doesn't actually do anything unless I unite all of the people. So getting their respect is arguably the first step in that process. I've already forged alliances with 2 of the islands, but Tiburcio has forged alliances with a few of the rest, and there's a neutral. There's also a neutral island. So, this float, this parade is super important to make sure that we turn the tide in our favor.
So who does the judging for these floats? Because if it's a handful of people, then not to go back to my original suggestion of convincing people to help us, it could be
There are unbiased judges coming from each of the islands. They all take an oath to judge. Imagine a pageant score sheet. They are very detailed, and the sheets are made public at the end of the night to make sure that if anyone has any complaints, they can be addressed.
Okay,
publicly.
2 birds, 1 stone. We kidnap these people, we torch, convince them to help us, and also to vote for us and our float.
So I know that there had been some talk of, counter vandalizing Tiburcio's float, and there's also perhaps I have faith in the crimpers of Argent. You have seen Charlie's work. You know that he is a master crimper. So the question is, what should we do with our time to best give Argent a hand
Sabotage Tiburcio.
I had a feeling that's what you were going to say. So where, how, and let's get on a boat, I guess.
Also, friendly reminder that you found out from Grandma and from going through this assassin's pockets that Tiburcio is after these discs for some reason. You don't know yet exactly why, but you have a feeling that it's related to
The weapon.
becoming the weapon and becoming the Kei Kasike.
Yeah, I had a feeling that it was just sort of like, if he has all the discs, it legitimizes his claim to Keikasike.
I didn't collect the discs of the two kingdoms that I have allied myself with yet, have I?
You have not.
Okay.
Should we go do that?
Well, that's a whole thing because one of the islands is very difficult to get to, and only the most skilled sailors can get past the rocks to actually make it there. And then the other island is Xander's home island, and it's pretty far away, so it's going to be a whole journey. Germán, do we know when the parade is?
It's a few months off.
Oh.
This doesn't seem like much of a problem to me now that Quitana has the ring of swimming. I can be launched out of the ship cannon and with the ring of Featherfall, and
So as not
you'll
to,
just have to be a good sailor, Valen.
Yeah, so you get launched so as not to interfere with the actual goings-on the ship, and Quitana gets dragged, I guess, behind the ship? Is that what you're saying?
Just swims there on her own. Once
I can also
once
just
the ship hits the rocks.
I can just ride on the ship until yes, it crashes, and then I can swim myself out.
Understood.
I promise I will do my best not to get tangled in the ropes again.
I don't believe you. Grandma, what do you think we should do? Should we focus on collecting the rest of these stones of power?
Well, if you don't, little shark fuckboy will.
Do you have any idea where he was last seen?
Last that I knew of him was your encounter with him and his.
Well, we didn't actually see him, right?
Water trick. Yeah, that's the last I've heard of his position.
But he wasn't there, right, Germán? That was just like a wall of water.
That was just a wall of water with the image on it.
And just so we're on the same page, it was a maybe on the capture the judges and torture them into voting for us.
Definitely not.
Grandma shrugs and goes back to chewing sugar cane.
Okay, yeah, that looks like a maybe. Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, the way I see it, our first step should be to collect the discs of power.
That seems reasonable.
I also like that as a plan just because I feel more comfortable with them in our personage, since we at least know to expect being attacked.
Yeah. Grandma, can you send word to, and Germán, what are the other two islands that I've allied myself with? And what is Tiburcio's home island where his float will be?
You want names?
Yeah.
One second. So the island where the Goliaths have made their, it's called Nips, but not Nips as in nipples. It's Nippes. That's the Goliath.
So that you literally just took out one letter. Okay, cool. Understood.
Well, it's stylized. It's like Nipes, you know?
Yeah, Nippes. There you go.
I hate this. Please continue.
The bird island is called Areito. 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 I'm bad at spelling.
And Tiburcio's.
Oh, yeah, one second.
And Tiburcio is from Douchebagland. Huh, what an on-the-nose name.
Yeah. Crater Island? That's so weird.
It's called Bathsheba.
Spell that, please.
Bath, as in taking a bath, and Sheba, Sheba.
Cool.
Which I will definitely remember as Batshita, because the bad guy comes from it, and he is Batshit.
See,
By the way, I got inspired to make that island based on Barbados, and the other town that is not named after a Christian saint is Hull Town.
Oh,
Hole.
amazing.
That was my second option, but I'm like, you know what?
Is there a giant hole in it?
I don't wanna spoil it.
you know what?
Spoilers, gotcha.
Given that you're the creator
There
of
is-
NPCs, Adik, and I think you made an Aboob at some point as well, I expect nothing less.
Wait, but Adik was a very great character.
He was.
That was the guy with the ladders. He was the one with the ladders. Guy,
Yeah,
right?
he was a
He
big
was a
character.
ladder wielder. All right, let's. I don't think we have any reason to wait around. Why don't we set sail?
The one thing that I was thinking of was in case there are multiple assassins here, but Grandma Vale, now that you know what to look for, can your people handle that?
I think last time she had mentioned that the spellcasters of Argent are aware to look for invisible or mist-formed people and are preparing spells to counteract that.
And the Crimpers Guild is taking very proactive action on this matter.
Yes.
Well, we all know the Crimpers are known for stopping invisible threats. I guess they throw big tapestries on them and get them caught up in the crimping or something. But sure, it's all about the Crimpers in
Never
this mystical
underestimate
situation.
the ability to fold.
Before we leave... Oh, sorry. go ahead,
Wait,
Katana.
I love that. They will fold before the might of our Crimpers. Sorry, Valen, you were saying?
No, Katana, what were you saying?
What was I saying? I got distracted by the crimper conversation. Oh, yes, I was just going to advise the people here to not be weak, and then they won't succumb to any assassin plots.
And in line with that, I'd like to, right before we set sail, I'd like to give a speech to the people working on the float and as many people from Argent who I'm able to reach. And I just want to say...
Wait, before you do your speech, just a reminder, you are in Grandma's Beach right now. You're not in the town, remember?
No, I'd like to go back to, like, the town before we set sail.
Alright, so you make a day trip back inland.
Mm-hmm. Friends, family, people of Argent, we have the opportunity here to not only raise Argent once more to the height of influence in the Carib Islands, but also to once again, and I wink at Grandma, establish it as the home island of the Kei Cacique. Your work here on the float and on supporting each other is the only thing that will ensure our success. What I'm doing, anybody could do. What you all are doing, no one else can do. So please, put everything you have into this. Make sure that our float obliterates the competition. Make sure that you pour your hearts and souls like Charlie has and like Sylas has. We're all counting on you.
Hi, I'm Sylas.
We're all counting on you. Make us proud.
Woohoo! Here!
I support your speech, although I'm a little bit upset that you would tell me I'm wrong for wanting to sabotage other people's balloons and then tell them to basically make a bomb for a balloon. Or float, rather.
No, it's okay to sabotage the others.
Actually, at some point, someone raises their hand and they're like, when you say blow them up, do you want us to, like...
I said obliterate, and I meant it... I didn't mean it literally, although... I don't remember there being a rule saying we can't blow up all the
Whenever he
floats.
says...
The hand goes slowly down.
Whenever he says, I don't mean it literally, I wink at the person who asked the question.
And they nod, they're like, oh, okay, wink, wink. Out loud they say, no weapons, wink.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is less of a parade and more of a destruction derby, but I'm looking forward to it.
Apparently.
Don't worry too much about sabotaging the other floats.
Worry a little bit about
Because
that.
I
Wink.
think that's what Valen is planning on doing. That's what he meant when he said, what I'm doing, anyone can do. Because he certainly didn't mean being the king pirate, the Kei Cacique, which, only someone of particularly magnanimous personality and leadership qualities could do, right, Valen?
No, anybody could do that. That's the boring part.
Okay, you heard it.
That's the whole point of the Kei Cacique, is that anybody could be the Kei Cacique.
Well, I won't speak over your culture.
It's the people that give the Kei Cacique their power, and Argent, notably, has the best people.
Okay, but your plan is still for us to go wreck Tiburcio's float, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go. Clap and cheer.
All right, let's get out of here.
So as we head back to the boat, so Quitana, did you mean to imply that because I've yet to actually be killed by any of the things we fought that you think I'm strong?
Getting there, yes. The whole basis of strength is being stronger than all of your enemies on a case-by-case basis until there are none left.
Outlast, outwit,
Outplay,
outplay.
exactly.
And you have done all three.
I think that a lot of it has to do with the company I keep. And I, pat you both on the shoulder, and I go to get on the ship, and then I stop. What is it? Hail. What was the thing, Valen?
The thing Specifically...
Hail the thing. We are now have become a Fantastic Four fanfic podcast.
Mevi, before we get on the ship, could you remind me of your custom?
The blessings?
Sings your honor. And a little bow.
Thank you, of course. Sings your honor, and I give Mevi a little bow before getting on the ship.
Indeed, she's like, well, thank you for asking. Most time guests tend to just forget outright.
Mevi, what happened to your voice?
Oh God! Jesus Christ!
Did you have a lozenge for the first time in your life?
It's all the sugar. I kind of like lose my voice sometimes.
Are you sure it's sugar and not smoking 3 packs a day? Because...
No, I am not much of a smoker, unless it is for a ritual.
Ah, yes. I too am not much a fan of violence unless it is for a ritual. I wink at her.
And once you get in the boat, everything seems to be clean and refreshed. It seems like the crew themselves made a few trips inland. And when you jump in, you see a few himbos getting off the boat, getting back to shore. But
these are local himbos.
Yeah, it's local himbos. As you are leaving the cove, remember that that wall of living vines that Grandma has protecting her little site, her little special dock. You notice on the last trip when you're going out, you notice something is tangled up in one of the vines, and you see like a crashed little canoe, not a canoe, but like a small fishing boat that has been slowly being crunched down by the vines, and it's now just pretty much splinters. And there is like a 6-foot tall cocoon of vines just like slowly being ringed. Like, that's the word, like ringed? Like when you like wringing clothes?
Yes.
And you can see that it's kind of like wiggling a little bit, like when a spider catches a large bug.
Oh, that's probably nothing. Ignore it. Let's get out of here.
Hello? Hello? Is there a person associated with this tiny shipwreck?
Hello? Hello, someone there? Oh my gosh. Hello. Please save me. I have been here for so long.
I just look at Valen.
I'll kick.
Nothing, huh?
I'll kick a one of the riggings and grab a rope and fly up, like you do on a pirate ship. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I'd like to cut this person free.
Very Peter Pan of you. I love it.
When you say cut free, does that mean they're just gonna fall?
Unless somebody catches them.
I will.
I'll use the FAFSA bit to just summon the hand flat underneath and just create a platform.
Oh, wise.
Trenchant.
I was going to try and catch them, but I don't know how it feels to land on chainmail.
Or a mace.
Or a mace. Or a shield.
Okay.
You don't have to brandish those at all times.
Don't I?
Never mind, I forgot who I'm talking to.
That's right. Rethink your words.
But yeah, I guess...
So, Brandon, would you like to describe what they see once they free you?
Oh, yes. So you see what is mostly a singular kind of dark forest green 6 foot, about 6 foot, 6'2" tall humanoid creature. I guess because what you mostly see is just a diving suit, if you remember like old timey diving suits. The difference here is that from the legs up, it's covered in like little insignias. And you see it says LLL repeated throughout the outfit. I mean, not the outfit, the diving suit. So if you want to think something similar, think like the Gucci symbol all across the outfit.
I was gonna say
I was already there.
It's not a diving suit; it's a costume.
it's custom. As you look further up, you see that there's this large person. One of their legs is bigger than another, and as you travel up a little more, looking upon this person, they have 2 gauntlets on their arm, along with on their upper right shoulder, there's a little, what looks like to be some type of keypad. As you're going up, furthermore, there's those classic oval diving suits with the little grate in front of it, so you can't see it, but if you were to open it, it would open like sideways, like a little window to peek in to see their face. But it's quite large over the side of the face. So their body is tall, but also kind of lanky, one leg bigger than the other, and a gigantic diver man's old school helmet over the head.
State your purpose, stranger.
Purpose? To live. That is my purpose. I was trapped here. My boat crashed, and I was not expecting to be immediately seized by these terribly designed. Well, I guess their purpose is to capture me. So actually, it did its job. So these perfectly designed ropes and net to capture me. It was unexpected. Usually, I would not be caught off guard in such a manner, but it happened, and it is an embarrassment on my part. It is not a reflection on me.
Don't
Yes.
you worry, my new friend. I too know the horrors of plants.
And getting tangled in ropes.
What do you...
You and Sylas could get along, I think.
Please excuse my companions and their friendliness. What do you know of the floats here, and why have you appeared now?
Why have I appeared?
My name is Valen. What's your name?
No names.
Oh,
What do you know of the floats? Do you seek the discs?
the disc. You know
Giving
about
away
the disc?
way more than me.
This is
Quitana.
clearly an agent of chaos. All right, we will beat him.
Wait a second. What do you know about the disc?
Oh my goodness, he's good. He's very good.
Well, let's not label a gender on them. We don't know their affiliation.
That's true. They're good. They're very good. Who trained you?
And counterintelligence.
My mom?
He was trained by his they were trained by their mom. How much more do you need?
I mean, I feel like that's all I need. Welcome aboard, stranger. My name is Valen. I'm gonna be Keikasike, and I'm captain of this ship.
My name is Quitana. You are not a member of this Inquisition until you prove yourself trustworthy. But you may be if you work hard.
And I'm Sylas. It's very nice to meet you. And I give like a little bow with a flourish.
When he hears Valen say he's going to be the next Keikasike, you see the diving helmet stares at him for a little bit before looking at the other two members. Hello, everyone. I am Lucien Lawton of the Lucien brand of weaponry and armor brand in the island. You may have heard of me, or maybe your family and friends may have been murdered by one of my weapons. Hi.
I checked the tag on Valen's new breastplate.
It's armor. It's not a weapon. Come on, Sylas.
I thought you said weapons and armor.
Weapons and armor.
Well, that's my fault for not listening then.
Also bits of ship. I fix parts of ships.
You
Ooh.
can make us weapons and armor.
Well, I don't know about making you weapons.
But you could.
Armor, but I can.
You could, given the proper incentive.
Yes.
Alright, yes, you can come with us.
Well,
Lucien, are you looking to join a crew?
well, technically, I'm looking for a crew to join me.
Because
And so I have said this. Please do not attack me when I finish this sentence. I've been to several islands so far. Do not attack me, please. I'm trying to figure out where in this speech I get attacked, but here we go. I'm on a quest to overturn Tiburcio.
Lucien, welcome to the Raven's Call.
And I raise my hands to defend myself like I'm about to be attacked.
Every time he's like, please don't attack me, Quitana like starts to raise her mace right before he says it and then stops and lowers it slowly.
Sylas
This is a natural reaction. I would do the same thing.
Sylas makes the face Goku makes when somebody puts like a big meal in front of him, like he's here on the same quest we're on.
And he makes weapons and armor. This is too good to be true, but also too good to refuse.
And is a shipwright, which we also could use. Lucien, welcome aboard the Raven's Call. We are the Silver Talons, and you're welcome aboard my crew.
Your
I did notice
crew?
that you were traveling the opposite direction, but we might be able to help in the overturned Tiburcio department if you don't mind, coming with us instead of going into town.
Oh, okay.
Tiburcio's not here.
that is the first time I haven't been attacked. When I've said I want to overturn Tiburcio, clearly I am one of the. I've made it to one of the islands that are not allied with him. This is perfect. Small change in that plan. Can you, tiny boy, and you, proper lady with bun, join me in the quest, since you two seem to want to turn down Tiburcio?
I mean, unfortunately, we are already on a quest, but you may join us, as it seems our goals align.
Is this one here, he points to Valen without looking at him, the leader of your quest?
Silas makes a so-so hand gesture.
Oh, that's very funny. No, he thinks he commands the ship.
I see.
I wouldn't call us a organized group as much as a coalition on missions that really coincide well. Quitana is starting a new inquisition to overthrow FAFSA and save the world.
Install order on the world and all its people until we exist in a utopia with no chaos.
We're going to have some big conversations when we get a little closer to meeting some of these goals, but Valen is here to become K Cacique and unite Hall of Carib.
When you say K Cacique again, you see his palms, his fists, ball up as you say it. Well, you can't see his face, so but you see it in the anime. He's very overly animated, and his fists ball up when you hear him say K Cacique again, and he turns to Valen.
And I'm along on this mission. To long story short, change the world as we know it.
Sylas is in training to become the next great hero, and we are helping him as he helps us.
And to clarify, me becoming K Cacique, and I pause for fist clench. The diving helmet turns down to look close. Wait, how tall is Valen? You're a little taller than Valen.
All right, he's made to be the tallest thing around, but he looks down very ominously towards your face.
Interesting. And Unite All of Carib is merely a means to an end. I intend to fix the world and repair the damage that was done to it during the cataclysm.
By joining my Inquisition once he's done with his little Keikaseke quest.
It's always about repairing the damage, isn't it?
For the record, we do understand how delusional we sound when we explain this to a new person.
No, absolutely not.
Speak for
I
yourself.
absolutely can see these visions.
I do not sound delusional.
You received visions, Lucien?
No, I said, no, this does not sound crazy at all. I believe all of it. It sounds amazing.
Now, Lucien, please tell me why do you get so upset when I say that I'm going to be K Cacique?
I don't. He stops and turns to me like, I don't get upset when you say K Cacique. It's just I am quite tired of the war you people look for. You're just another warlord looking to try to take control of the nation. I hear people say they want to be K Cacique all the time. I've been around the block. People say it, they declare it, then they're killed by Tiburcio. And always these people trying to do absolutely horrible things in the name of uniting the island. I don't want to hear it. But you
Did you say they're killed by Tiburcio?
Well, I wouldn't say killed because it's really hard to kill these people out here. But they're dealt with one way or another. Usually taken captured. In really creative ways to be tortured.
I just want to point out that was my idea, and you all shot it down, but clearly it's very effective for Tiburcio, so...
Oh, very effective. Oh, man. Not being able to kill people in this place has been both a boon and a bane. Oh, my goodness. I hate it. But yeah, you're full of bullshit, and I am not here for it. But you two, lady and small guy, your thing sounds great.
Wonderful.
And I think you should join me because that guy probably is not going to be around long enough if he's think he's going to be Keikasik.
Listen, if you can help me get some better armor, I think we can have a very successful and profitable partnership in our goals.
Ah, yes, as long as I have the necessary supplies around me, I can do many a thing.
I like that term, partnership. That's what I see this as.
Mm.
But any enemy of Tiburcio's is a friend of ours here and now, and that's all I need to welcome you aboard.
Agreed. Tiburcio is, how do you people say it? A raging farthole?
Yes.
I want to
So-
make one thing very clear, Lucien.
Mm.
Here on my ship, I will have your respect. I don't care what you've seen, and I don't care what you've done. Tiburcio is going down. And Sylas and Quitana, I want to make another thing clear. We are not going to kill him. We are not going to denigrate ourselves by going down to his level. We are going to win on the merits that brought Carib together by Anacaona. We, Carib, the people who live on Carib and in Carib, are one people. The actions that Tiburcio has taken are cowardly and pathetic, and I will never stoop to those means.
I'm going to stop you right there.
I already finished.
He steps a step closer to Valen, and you see me press one of the keypads on the upper part of my arm, and the glowing helmet glows a deep red, and it's like, you will have to earn my respect. I will do nothing of the sort to follow you and your foolish quest to become another warlord. I say, do I make myself clear? And as I say that, I touch another button on the upper part, and the helmet pops open slightly, just to Valen. 'Cause I angle it so Valen specifically is the person to see this. And I guess I can tell Pavel quietly what he sees when I open the helmet. And then I close it immediately after I say that.
Yeah, you can message me if you want.
I would like to say during...
Valen, that moved me to tears. That was, and Sylas is like wiping under his eye. That was better than the speech you gave in town. Do you want to go back and take it again?
Good. I'm fully good.
That was a very powerful speech, but I did roll my eyes once or twice because you do not command me.
Yeah, we need to go over ship etiquette.
Do I need to whip out the zone of truth? Are we doing this? Just have a little mediation session?
By the way,
feelings?
you are not at the ship right now because you were like canoeing back to the ship. Remember, you have to like take a smaller ship to go back to the bigger one. And the two members of your crew, Valen, that were there, they're like, boss, this is not a good idea. This guy, a little bit too hot-headed, and he's not a big fan of the Quakasika concept, so maybe put him in the fishing net for a few nights.
I have an idea.
What does it say?
Perhaps my job, instead of dealing with rigging, can be keeping an eye on Lucien.
Actually, that sounds...
until we trust him more.
That sounds like a good plan.
Lucien?
Oh, I was wondering if they were saying this right in front of me.
Yes.
Probably.
100%.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, the crew members are like literally pointing at you and very loudly saying, "We don't trust this guy. If he's against your core, your primary plan, short and long-term plan of becoming Quakasika, we can't have him around. He's gonna sabotage you. We can't have that. That's bad energy."
Sabotage is a strong
I'd like
word.
to clarify something. I am not here to sabotage anyone. I want a simple quest to defeat Tiburcio and then open the tavern.
I do think it is important to keep in mind here that we do have a common goal, regardless of our feelings about some of our sub-goals here. We want to defeat Tiburcio, and we can help each other do that, even if Valen's all focused on this weird Kakasika.
Well, I, for one, think it is admirable that you have life goals and a retirement plan, but also, Valen, and to the rest of us Silver Talons, and I include myself among you now if you will have me, this is our chance to prove Valen is worthy. That's what we're actually setting out to do, so let's start it right here.
And we know Valen is worthy because... Oh, we were taking that on faith. Okay.
I also turned towards them, waiting for an
Okay,
answer.
sorry, I was on a different wavelength here. We're taking that part on faith, I see.
I think that deeds speak louder than words, and I've made alliances with 2 of the islands, and I turn to Lucien and I say, whatever your reasons for being here may be, they are right. We are aligned in trying to take down Tiburcio. I have bested him time and time again, and although he has allied himself with foreign powers, as I have, he remains a bottom-feeding scum-sucker, and I will be the one to take him down.
Oh, wait. I do know who you are. You're the child of the Raven lady, the grandchild.
That's right.
He does have a very spirited grandmother, yes.
Yes. Okay. I never knew what your actual name was. I know that Tiburcio calls you every other name except the name Valen, you said?
Silverwind, yes.
Okay. I don't like the whole Keikasike thing, but I have heard of all the ways you infuriate him and have beaten him before.
Oh, I assumed he was lying about all those.
But he has put many of his plans kaput, and he spends the day planning on how he's next going to show up dramatically and bother you before running off again. He's very petty. He's a very petty man.
He's the worst.
Yeah. But okay. How about this? As you are the first people to not attack me, after saying that I want to take down Tiburcio, a temporary truce. You seem manageable? I don't want to say capable. I don't want to give you too much. But you seem not dead. So...
Wow, the qualifications. You meet them all, Pavel. You're not dead.
To be fair, there has been a lot of death going around it by Carib standards lately, so it's a good place to start.
That is a good place to start.
Given the rate of child death and birth defects and stuff in the medieval world, yes, being alive is a solid qualification.
I will align myself with you and your Enquadcascaing, whatever this is. But after we beat Tiburcio, I will have no part in you aligning with other islands.
That's fair.
I think that by the time that we are done, you will be singing a different tune. But I will say no more of it until then.
I mean, that's my whole plan with Valen. Once we help him, he'll sing a different tune and join the Inquisition officially. So yeah, I'm down for this.
Oh yeah.
Behind these goggles and this mask, I'm squinting very hard, just to let you know.
And I do want to say that, Lucien, after this is over, I strongly hope that you will help me to bring about the people of Orinoco to our side.
Stop. I don't want to hear another speech.
Let's go there later. Let's start with where we're at.
I think somewhere Lucien has a journal of the number of times he's heard people make speeches about uniting the islands, and he's just like, want to say, he said Ericaona. Oh yes, put that in his speech. That's been about 37 times. All right. Yeah, check marks. All there.
But how many times has someone said intentionally that they won't stoop to the level or engage in violence?
7.
That
okay,
seems unlikely, but okay.
Okay, just letting you know. I've seen it. I've been around it.
So,
but I'll follow you guys.
You know, we've discussed the post Keikasike world, and I know that Quitana wants to launch her Inquisition, and Valen, of course, will have a country to run. I know I haven't really spoken up about what I would like to do much, but I want to scale up. In theory, we are going to unite the people of Carib, not through force, but through changing their ideas, changing their hearts and their minds. And
Under my mask, I'm rolling my eyes really hard just to let you know.
One of the sailors like whispers to Sylas, "Hey, I have these inserts that pretty much give you a full inch height. I can help you scale up heights. I'll hook you up. I have a guy.
okay, just like give them to me after, later when nobody's looking. All right. But I just wanted to say that for me, I know that I should return home and go back to the community when this is done. But if there's any way that we can bring unity and lasting peace, not through just genocide, then I'd like to see that happen to the whole world. While we're thinking big, I mean,
I like your ideas, but it's starting to get really close to those Kise speeches.
Again, our first priority is taking down Tiburcio, so let's just focus on this step and we'll take the other ones as they come.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I said the thing. I agreed. Okay.
Sylas puts his hand in the middle and looks expectant at everyone else.
I put my hand in too.
So do I.
We do this every time, but I don't understand the purpose.
Just hand in the middle?
Even the two sailors put the hands in and they're like, "Oh, right, we're part of the team now, too, yay!"
Don't get crazy.
Oh, yes, you are. Go Unity.
And the other guy whispers to whoever's, let's see, let me roll a die. I need to roll a die. Today's D&D. I have to roll at least one die.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Unfortunately, he whispers to Quitana and says, "Hey, so that guy, he's offering your buddy a whole inch of height, but if you know anyone who needs an inch somewhere else, I got a guy for that too."
And then somewhere else? Like your arm? That would give me more sword reach. So let me speak to him.
Human growth hormones? Yeah, I can get that too. That's something, I can work that in.
Let's put a pin in that for now, but follow up on it again later.
Oh, before we go, and I look around, I would like to look around the boat for a little bit. I lost all my stuff. What's the point of taking a boat if you lose all your extra stuff? And then he raises an arm, and you'll hear slight moving in any grass nearby, and then out of the air comes a tiny spear. All right, at least I got that. And I put it back on my back, behind me.
That was a very fancy trick.
Very well.
What?
All right.
Are you... you fight? Yes?
Oh, yes. I take out the spear that I just returned some into my hand, and I press a button on it, and I become the full-length spear.
Oh.
I am a fighter. I learned, like my mother and a mother before her, to use the magic of making shit. We haven't figured out a name after all these years, but I am the first male artificer in the Lawton line, and I am the magic metal boy. And I throw the spear into the water, and then a few seconds it comes back to my hand.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, and then I take my fist and I was like, can I punch you?
Sure.
You may
show
punch
you?
Valen, yes.
I hold up my shield.
So I'm gonna roll an attack on Valen. This time instead of my spear, I'll use my fist. And I get to do my first roll! Yes, which is the reason I'm doing this.
Come on, crit.
Oh, that is a 14.
Team does not hit.
But yes, as I go to strike your... Well, I'm not trying to hurt you, but I go to strike your shield, and you see a bunch of electricity sprinkle around it, and you can feel the weight behind the fist.
Not bad.
I am a part of the Lucien L. Lawton, a part of the Lawton line. Again, as you see, branded on all my equipment. And yes, we are fighters, we are armorers, we are the best.
I can see that, Mr. Lawton. I think we're gonna get along just fine.
Excellent.
By the way, when you're making your family's logo, be very, very careful, because 3 L's put together can look like something that we don't want it to look like.
Oh.
I don't know if that's exactly the case. I mean, it is one letter away.
Can it be a 3 in the L's then?
Ooh, I like that.
Listen,
Either way, it's going to end up looking like the Gucci somewhere.
I think we are going.
What?
I think we are going to work together quite well. There's really only one thing you need to know, which is when I yell at you to hit something, you hit it.
Okay. That's new.
Yes.
She's very convincing in the moment, trust me.
And while you are on my ship, I am the captain, so please follow me.
Oh yes, he's very big on this whole captain deal, which is kind of adorable, but yes.
And the human growth hormone sailor says, "Oh, and make sure you don't piss off that
Mevi.
the Rocky priestess. She will throw a bunch of aloe sticks.
She is
at you."
legitimately terrifying. You do have to obey her.
Oh yeah, we should warn you about the spider too. There is a giant spider, but it is a holy spider, so just be aware of that.
Okay, I've seen some things, but I just want to make it clear, I am not a rude guy. I am cool. I will respect people, and I'll respect you on your ship, because that's rude. I grew up as a shipwright, and disrespecting the captain is rude. But this KKCK shit, I'm not going to be following along with.
A rude dude with an attitude.
Oh,
All I'm
God.
going to say is normally when people say, I'm not a rude person, it's followed by something extremely rude. So, Sylas will keep an eye on you, but so far so good.
Not to be racist, but
In my experience, Quitana does exactly that.
All right. Weigh anchor and set sail.
so
So a pop-up comes up, Lucien joins the crew.
Welcome aboard.
you get back on board. Everyone gets their blessings from Mevi and Xander.
I want a blessing. Who are you giving out blessings, miss? Give me a blessing, miss.
She looks and she says, "Oh wow, someone instinctively knew how to request." Oh goddamn it, the voice is not coming to me.
You need to smoke more, clearly.
I stopped smoking cigarettes. That's why it's very hard for me to pull this energy. But let me see. Finally, someone who knows how to get blessings without being forcefully educated. And she throws 2 glances towards Sylas and Quitana.
Okay, I thought I was being inquisitive and helpful, but I'll do my best.
Some do find me abrasive, that's fair.
Eventually, Xander flies down from one of the masts and is like, "Captain, welcome back to ship. Where are we headed next? Hope you had a successful, relaxing trip back home."
Oh, I can't say that I did, Xander, but I think that our first stop is going to be Arieto.
And you see Xander's eyes widen and kind of like their chest stops moving for a second. It's like, "Araito, it is."
We caught
like-
a miss, dude. I'm gonna tell you so much about it.
What was that about? The
Kind
Xander
of like
person.
stiffly
When
walks
you said
away
that.
and starts getting things ready to
I don't know.
Why do they feel that way about why you this
The people
island?
on
What's
the
their
ship are
deal?
very emotional, so I don't know.
Xander has
Is
a
it
complicated
Xander's home island?
relationship with. Yes, that's their home island, and Xander has a complicated relationship with their family.
Oh, it's always the attractive ones.
It is always. Xander is quite attractive.
Mevi rolls her eyes and she says, "Not we all."
Don't we all indeed? Except me, my grandma's great. Alright everyone, let's set sail.
So I had like a little mini thing for our first night at sea, since we're gonna be sailing for just forever to get to the next islands, right? I just knock on the captain quarters door in the like late evening when it's about bedtime but not quite.
Come on in.
Hey, Valen, I just, with Lucien being added to the group, I'm trying to play things by ear and, also just use my voice with the new person. But I just wanted to say, I think you're worthy. You've been going out of your way to make sure that we don't do any harm to anyone who doesn't deserve it. And Yeah, I just want to let you know.
I really appreciate that, Sylas. It means a lot coming from you. And I wanted to say that I'm taking your lead on that. I've seen the way that you try to do the right thing, and the time I spent on the mainland wasn't great, a lot of it, when I was by myself. My people, we are only strong for the bonds that we have between each other. And being by myself on the mainland, I saw the temptation of doing whatever it took and doing the easy thing and killing when it suited me. I resisted, but it wasn't easy. And having you here, and for all her difficulties, having Quitana around and being back with my people, you all are the ones that make it easy to do the right thing. And I want to help you to accomplish what you want to do. Whatever it takes, but never crossing that line.
Whatever it takes, except some things.
Except some things.
Thanks, Valen. I appreciate that. I don't really know all the time where I fit in on this adventure, and I just appreciate that you think of me that way.
Insert sounds.
Well, Sylas, you're the voice at the back of our heads telling us to do the right thing.
Meanwhile, in Quitana's cabin, she zooms in on her journal. It says 3-point plan to get Sylas to be more comfortable with violence.
Cuts back to just like an awkward hug, over the arms hug.
No, there's no
Sylas is
awkward
just
hugs on
planting
this ship. Valen fully embraces Sylas.
Aw.
Can I knock on a door? What after?
Absolutely.
I just hear a banging. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah,
Hey.
And we separate so quick because Sylas is so worried about pretending to be the hero version
Just
of
two
himself.
guys chilling in a cabin 6 feet apart because they're not gay.
Sylas, we gotta
my
work
God.
on this. You should be comfortable in your own skin and in your own voice. Come on in.
Oh, one of your ship hands opens the door when I hear the Julian, and I try to push my way past because I'm still quite a large body. I was like, I have two things to say. One, I request a bath and a personal chamber. Yes, a bath big enough for 2 people my size to fill with water, and a personal quarters. I've been walking around this ship, at least trying to, but your ship hands keep brandishing their weapons everywhere I go. And I tried to knock on your door, and I may have had to smush some in the face to be able to at least knock on your door.
Well, that's weird because everyone is welcome to knock on my door on my ship. But there's not too many personal quarters on our ship. We can find you some space in the cargo hold. As far as the bath goes, I'm sure we can whip something up for you.
You know there's like a giant ocean outside.
Well, I think you need fresh
Wow,
water.
thin walls.
Yeah.
There is a giant ocean outside, but I prefer just a large thing that can hold a large volume of water out of sight of everyone else. The cargo bay would be perfect.
Honestly, I use prestidigitation in a pinch, and I just like snap my fingers, and your suit is polished. It's
yes.
really kind of like just putting a nice scent on everything. It's not really
Nope, it
a
does not.
substitute for a bath, but it's okay. It works for now.
It's like Purell versus washing your hands. It does not do everything you think it's doing.
One thing I do want to say, and feel free to do this on your own terms and in your own time, but this ship represents, and you can roll your eyes as hard as you want, a unity between all of the islands of Carib. You don't have to hide who you are here. Nobody on the crew will give you a problem for any reason, unless you are mutinous or disobeying a direct order from the captain.
Or Mevi.
Or are a mutant.
Or Mevi. What?
Or a mutant. You said no mutiny, no mutations. That's 2 rules.
You can mutate all you want. You can't mutiny.
No mutiny and no mutanty.
Listen, we don't discriminate on this ship.
Right, as you say that, Lucien looks for a moment down at the one leg that's a little longer than the other, and goes, I understand. In time. But your ship, this does come to the second thing that I wanted to say. That, it's big and it's nice. Could be better.
Ooh.
Well...
Wait, is that a compliment, a read, an offer to fix it? Like,
I feel like it's multiple things all in one.
Lucien, I'll have you know that we've been looking for a talented shipwright. It's one of the positions that we haven't quite filled here among the Silver Talons. And I would love to get your assessment on some of the things that could be done.
Good, I've already done it.
Wood in the hold. Wait, what?
I've done the assessment. I've been walking around again while your other shipmates, they don't seem to fully trust me just yet. They've been keeping an eye on me. But I've been looking at parts that just could be upgraded. And just could be a lot better.
Well, Lucien, my good man, and I'll wrap my arm around your armor. Why don't you take me on a tour and tell me some of your suggestions? Sylas, do you want to come with? Quitana? I'll yell down the hallway.
Yeah, we knock on the door or on the wall that she's got her ear pressed against. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think.
So I will say that I will not take up the offer to be a full-on shipwright. I already was going to be on that journey. I was that for a while. It got boring. I was basically a ship janitor. Anytime they went to battle, they poked a hole in the ship. When they, what's parking a ship? Docking. When they docked the ship a little too roughly and was like, oops, well, Lucien could fix it. It wasn't fun. But while I'm here, I will make my worth worthy. So yes, there's some parts that I just want to fortify with just a little extra metal and handcrafting power. I don't really need any help for those parts, but I just wanted to let you know. I'm just going to be building on your ship to make it up to my standards.
Let's have a conversation about those designs, and we also bought some high quality wood from the mainland that maybe you can take a look at and see if that's
which is already back in Vega being used for the float.
Oh, okay, never mind. All of it? Because we bought a bunch, I thought.
Yeah, no, you brought it all to Vega. I mean, if you want before you ship out, if you want to go get a few.
No. If it's being
planks.
used on the float, I would rather all of our resources be put in that.
I guess as we journey along, we can pick up more stuff, and I can help this ship further along.
And I can promise you this, Lucien, that your experience on another ship is not an indicator of what your experience might be here. I am very open to hearing all of your suggestions and ensuring that your stay with us and even your employment as a Silver Talon in the future, if that is something that you are interested in, is going to be satisfying and motivating.
I nod, and I think about it. Maybe I was a little hostile towards you when first meeting you, when you spoke of the KKCK stuff, but yeah, nothing has changed yet. It's only been like an hour or so.
It's literally been an hour in a conversation.
It's only been an hour conversation, so I still feel exactly the same. But you've given me the idea of maybe some point along the line, I'll consider changing my idea. It's like the premeditation step when you realize there's a problem. I'm getting to the acknowledgement and stuff like that along the way.
All right. Well, after our tour, if you'll join me for a drink in the mess, then we can solidify this partnership with a small celebration.
I'd rather eat and drink alone in that cargo part. if you don't mind.
I understand.
Oh, you know what I just learned? How to crimp. We'll make you a little, like,
A curtain of
screen
crimping.
to hang out behind so you can have your own private space. Oh, this will be fun. Excuse me, guys. I gotta go work on this.
No, I gotta help you. I was the one who did a good job my first time. I want to see if I still got it in me.
Right? Once you get that crimping bug, you
just can't stop.
I know.
You people are insane.
Grandma will be very glad that you picked up an art skill. But I think this is a good place to stop for now. Next game, we're gonna be traveling across the ocean, which is gonna be fun. I kind of summarize sea travel a little bit because we have to do it. It's part of the DnD experience to go in the wilderness and get lost and navigate and do all this fun stuff and fight monsters and crap. So I'm excited about that part.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to say that I was very afraid when Valen was talking about the ship. I really almost cried when you were about to say, "This is not just a ship; we're a family." I would have disconnected the moment you said that.
This is not just a ship. This is a family. You could just edit that in.
All right.
Ships.
Well, outro and plugs.
All right.
Take us away, Germán.
Thank you everyone for listening in, and I hope you'll give a very, very warm welcome to the new member of our team, Lucien.
Hi.
What other secrets does this underwater suit daddy has for us? We'll find out. Is he Lucien Piani, really? Who knows? Oh, this is a Drag Race reference, I guess, that not everyone gets.
Yeah.
But also, Lucien Piani became like a crazy, like, not a crazy, but like he became this like anti-vaccine, right-wing, gay, crazy person at some point.
Oh no!
Also, he apparently is doing a lot of heavy drugs, and he takes photos of himself. It's a mess. So please don't be Lucien Piani, please.
I don't think I want to be.
Or
No.
if you are Lucien Piani, please seek the help of a mental health professional, which is not something shameful or anything.
Absolutely.
And
not.
also, stop voting for Republicans. Thanks. I'm Shane. I played Sylas.
This podcast took a hard turn.
Leave it to me to ruin everything.
All right. Well, and everybody else was also here.
Oh, I am Brandon Pooh. I played Lucien L. Lawton.
Woo!
Woo!
I'm excited for you.
Guess what the L stands for? We'll find out in the future.
Ooh.
It's the next big mystery.
Is it Lolliet?
Oh,
No.
and I'm Rick. I was the voice of Quitana. I don't have a funny outro this time.
I'm Valen Silverwind, and I was voiced by Pavel. I also don't have a funny outro this time.
Don't forget to catch us on our Discord. If you really, really love us, check out our Patreon. We are slowly building that out. It's not huge or super exciting yet, but it's going to get there as we continue making bonus content for you. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah. Anybody else have anything in particular you want to plug?
Oh yeah, I do want to plug something. I have this wound on my leg, and I've been looking for something to plug it with. If you have any recommendations, please let me know.
Okay.
I tried Gauze, but like it's just
Hot
not
glue.
working out great.
We try to have one serious moment.
Hot glue.
This was my first time here.
Oh yeah.
I'm Valen Silverwind, and I was voiced by Pavel. And this isn't just a ship, it's a family.
Future Brandon, edit it out.
Germán leaves the chat.
Now that's our post credits.
And this isn't just a ship, it's a family.
You really want to get that in there, don't you?
I absolutely, it's so good. I can't believe that I didn't think of it as I was going on that fucking diatribe.
Also, halibut.
Oh, God.
No, end of show. Cut it off. It's done.
This
No,
isn't just
it's
a
nothing.
halibut, it's my family.
You were the one who said halibussy, Rick. You're the one
Yeah.
responsible
I did
for
this,
this.
absolutely.
Oh my
No,
god, Germán.
this is
gross.
You don't want to
Why
try
would you
that
bring that
halibut to be
up?
family. Oh gosh.
Remember, if you like our podcast and enjoy our content, make sure to check us out on Discord.
There's a link in our show notes.
The Legend of Nat 1 theme is by David Yardley. You can find more of his work at davidyardleymusic.com. That's Yardley spelled Yardley.
Logo by Ben Thwaite.
You can follow us on our socials. The Legend of Nat 1 on Facebook and Nat 1 Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
That is Nat, the number 1 pod.
And if you really like our content, you can throw us $1 on Patreon, Nat 1 Pod.
Email us at legendofnat1@gmail.com to give us feedback, suggestions, or criticisms that will haunt us for the rest of our days.
The majority of our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and the license is provided by incompetech.filmmusic.io.
Valen decided he needed his own theme music. You can find Pirates of the Quarantine by Alexander Nakarada, and the license is provided by filmmusic.io.
I love that. I love that. That is loved by me.
It seems a bit biased about your love.
Our amazing editing is done by the incomparable Brandon Lee,
Also known affectionately as Pooh Bear.
with assistance by Shane Cherry.
Hey, that's me.
And if you didn't like our content, again, we are The Adventure Zone.
That's some gay history right there, because that is a staple drag queen joke.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
But we are also joined in our recording today from our lovely editor. Hello, Brandon.
Who dare calls me out?
And he's also our producer and the host of our special Patreon show.
Yes.
Talking naturally. With natural
Which
talkers.
we will start releasing soon at some point.
I
sounds
also
unlikely.
wanted to suggest that we rename it from Talking Naturally to, like, Nat Talks Naturally. Like, natural. Throw in Nat in there. Like, Nat
How about
Talks
Natch?
and Talking Naturally, and, like, slam them together somehow. Like, Nat Talks
What
Naturally.
if we call it Okay Natch?
Okay, yeah.
No,
Nah.
do not agree. I do not agree on that last one.
Let's put that one on the docket. Oh wait, did I lose my naming privileges for being late? That sounds
Yes.
fair. That sounds fair.
Well, the initial pitch was every 10 minutes you're late, we gain a level, but you didn't seem happy with that.
That seemed to break the game really quickly.
Yeah,
which
I
is
don't
weird.
know. I don't know why we'd be upset about that. It seems natural.
You know what we can do? We can do that every minute that I'm late, we add a one to the we add a point to a counter, and if it hits 100 before I'm on time, then you gain the level. If I'm 100 minutes late before I'm on time a day, you guys level up. That could be a cute little game we can play with the listeners too. Keep track of things.
If we hold you to that, I figure there's a 50-50 chance we're like level 17 by our next session.
I will straight up sabotage your bus. I will drive to New Jersey and I will sabotage your bus.
Cut the brakes.
I will cut the brakes. I will create roadblocks. I will make sure you are not on time.
See, I don't think I need to go that hard. I'm just gonna find some guy and have him distract you, like, outside your apartment. I'm pretty sure just plain old Dick can do it.
Wow,
Oh,
it
yeah,
really is refreshing to hear Valen or to hear Pavel suggest the violent, potentially catastrophic option, whereas Rick is just like, let's just get you laid.
Honestly, if a cute guy is flirting with me in the path, I might miss my stop. Has happened before.
You monster.
I think what we really need to do is just make a fake profile every single time we go to record. And each one is a different type of guy, but really close and similar. But his interests always end with loves D&D.
Perfect, yeah.
And just hit him up right when he's
Loves-
about
Oh,
to get
bitch,
on
I
the
have a
bus.
story about that. I have a story.
Loves D&D
So,
and
last
not
time
being on
on-
time.
Last time
Yep,
on
so-
The Legend of Nat 1.
Wait, this one is quick. This one is quick.
Oh,
This one is quick. I went on a ski trip with my stray, like, finance friends who also game Heroes of the Storm with
Oh
me.
yeah, the pickle people.
The pickle people, yeah. And and one of them is an asshole, and he made a Grinder account, and he used a photo of, like, his male stripper friend, and he made the profile, like, all about Heroes of the Storm. And let's just say that I was, like, 2 seconds away from sending a dick pic when they came into my room screaming and laughing, and I'm like, oh boy, you are so close to danger. So close to danger.
So we know that it works. All right, let's
Oh
get
yeah,
this level.
I can be catfish real easy. Just put a sexy, muscular stripper, Middle Eastern man as a profile, and I'll fall for it.
So don't forget, if you would like to catfish Germán, we can be reached at legendofnat1@gmail.com or on all of your regular gay apps. Scruff, Grinder, what's the bear one?
Growler.
Growler.
And
Yep.
soon coming to Bumble.